Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So overall, we did have a slight pullback today, but it looks like Bitcoin is finding a little bit of a floor here. Don't know if we do come down lower, but if we do, it would actually be welcomed. I would love to see like 21.9K possibly tested, or even like the bottom, of like 22K to have a nice floor built out there, and then we do see continuation upward. But honestly, I have been watching a few altcoins as we have been seeing a lot of breakouts. What is going to be the next breakout, assets? It's most likely going to be, the DeFi space. I think that the DeFi space is set to have a nice little run in it. A lot of DeFi tokens have been running up lately, so I'm definitely watching the DeFi space a little bit closely now. And of course, on the 7-day span, you also do see some nice double-digit figures, but we did start to see some altcoins drop down a little bit because, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum kind of lead in the market right now with over 58% dominance. But it looks like Bitcoin has actually been losing quite a bit of dominance. I mean, have you guys watched the Bitcoin dominance chart recently? It's been losing for like about 7 weeks in a row, and we're currently sitting at almost 40%, which is substantial. So it looks like a lot of dominance is actually moving towards the altcoin market. We did see BNB actually gaining almost 5% market dominance so far. USDC and also USDT holding about roughly over 11% market dominance, and of course Ethereum holding about 18.5%. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And also today we actually had a substantial, announcement. I'm sure that a lot of you are probably aware of this by now, but Coinbase and of course BlackRock have, announced a partnership together. BlackRock's Aladdin clients will now have direct access to crypto markets through Coinbase Prime. Aladdin is pretty substantial. There's $21.6 trillion in, management here. They have a very large, like when we look at this actual corporation in general, there's some very substantial names tied to, Aladdin. But also in regards to this entire partnership, I think that this is going to be substantial for institutional, adoption. And the reason why is because this is going to be focused on some great areas, not only crypto trading, but also custody, prime brokerage, and even reporting capabilities. And the institutional base or client base who are also clients of Coinbase as well will have direct access to this, which is over 13,000 institutional clients. Very substantial. And I know that they do mention Bitcoin in general up here. Like, for an example, we do see up here our institutional clients are increasingly interested in gaining exposure to digital assets markets and are focused on how to efficiently, manage the operational lifecycle of these assets. And then we do see this connectivity with, Aladdin will allow clients to manage their Bitcoin exposures directly in their existing portfolio management and trading workflows for a whole portfolio view of, risk across asset classes. Now, of course, I know why they're only mentioning Bitcoin here. If you guys are probably all aware of by now, Gary Gensler has basically declared every single other crypto besides Bitcoin a security. So, to me, it's not about Bitcoin here. I really don't care to, play into the agenda that all of this is all about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the one. Bitcoin is this. Bitcoin is that. In fact, I actually think that this is, a much broader spectrum in regards to this market. In fact, we do see down here that they have, agency trade execution for over 200 assets in general and custody for more than 300 assets. So we're going to see a lot more adoption from the institutional grade area within a lot of these other assets. I know that a lot of people think that this is bad for the crypto economy, but honestly, I think that this should be welcomed, especially if you do want Bitcoin to go over $100,000 to $150,000 plus. Like, who's going to invest into crypto right now? Like, most of the disposable income from the retail class is basically gone. Inflation has wiped bank accounts. And not only that, but like the cost of living has absolutely killed disposable income. So, to bet on the fact that like, hey, we don't want institutional grade clients, we want retail to pump our bags. You're completely lost if you think that retail can pump Bitcoin over 100K plus. I mean, just just in general, to get to 70K, you've seen how hard it was for Bitcoin to go to 70K, and that was with quite a bit of adoption and a ton of retail FOMO. So to me personally, I welcome the idea of these institutional grade clients. This is what's going to push crypto into, the $50 to $100 trillion market cap going forward. And yes, I do believe that crypto could easily hit $50 to $100 trillion in market cap value by around roughly 2030. But we definitely have to wait to see on that, because right now it is just, speculation, as we still are very early in the adoption cycle of crypto and crypto-driven assets. Now, also, we do see over here, this, kids, is what we used to call, investigative, journalism. It's journalism that opens your eyes and makes you say, wow, fireworks are coming in the crypto space. And yes, shout out to Jeremy Hogan for this, but we do see Forbes reporting on this, and this is, of course, every U.S. crypto exchange and Binance is being investigated by the SEC, says Senator Loomis, staffer. And it's funny, right, because we just seen this massive announcement from Coinbase, and on the same day, basically, we do see this article. And down here we do see widely circulated reports about that the U.S. SEC is investigating $20 billion crypto exchange Coinbase are just the tip of the iceberg. According to staffer from the U.S. Senator Cynthia Loomis' office, the staffer says every U.S. crypto exchange and the largest crypto exchange in the world, Binance, are in various stages of being investigated. There are more than 40 U.S. cryptocurrency exchanges, according to the crypto data site CoinGecko. The SEC has not responded to multiple requests for comment, and of course, why would they? Coming in the wake of a number of SEC actions asserting the regulator's domain over the crypto industry, and an equally strong response by the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC), pushing back against what it characterizes as regulation through enforcement. The staffer says the SEC urgently wants to resolve its dispute with the CFTC over crypto jurisdiction. If the matter isn't solved internally, he says legislators would have to get involved, and that Congress is likely to side with the CFTC. So what does this say? Well, first off, it says that the SEC is basically on the wrong side of history. In fact, I've actually said this on Twitter as well. Let me actually go find it real quick. I know that it was like my latest tweet, because I haven't really been on Twitter all day today. But I did say... but the SEC said it's a security. If you don't touch XRP, LCX, CROM, ENS, XYO, etc., because the SEC is saying they are securities, then you are lost. The SEC is on the wrong side of history, and soon everyone will realize this. It's all smoke and mirrors. And yes, I have been, really kind of looking into things around this. And really, if you think about it, the SEC, saying, hey, these are securities. Do not touch this. You don't even, come near it, should make you even more bullish on those assets and make you do even more, research on them. To me, I do believe that, Congress will most likely step in. And of course, when we look at this, they will most likely side with the CFTC. Because again, these governments, when we really kind of look at crypto, the U.S. should welcome in crypto adoption and also crypto innovation. Because again, they will most likely fall behind very, very quick if they do not adopt and, really kind of let crypto thrive within the United States. We already are seeing mass adoption of crypto technology. We're seeing major innovation happening within crypto as well. And I honestly think that going forward, if you are not on the side of crypto, if you are not in crypto, if you are not learning about crypto, you are going to regret it going forward. This is an asset class that, in my opinion, could gain trillions overnight once we do see regulations truly ushered in. And I'm talking about regulations that help crypto thrive and further innovate. We do not want crypto regulation by enforcement, because that is just going to kill this space. It's going to, ultimately, kill innovation. And it's stifling, the growth of not only the U.S. economy, because think about it, if we adopted crypto technology that's going to help efficiently, thrive financial innovation and, really kind of usher in this revolutionary technology, if we don't accept that, then guess who's going to accept it? Other countries. Those countries are already starting it. The UK, we just talked about the UK with Quant Network actually on this channel. They are, moving forward very, very quickly with regulation, because they have already said it themselves. If they do not, they will fall, behind quick. And funny enough, we also do see over here, SEC has asked the judge to reopen discovery in the XRP lawsuit. Shout out to XRP Crypto Wolf. Absolute killer of, an individual who does massive amounts of research on a day-to-day basis. Love, the updates from him. But yes, this is yet another delay tactic from the SEC. It's comical that we are still seeing this happening right now. And we actually do see over here, Ripple claims the SEC wants to reopen discovery as a result of most recent dispute between parties. And we do see down here in a recent letter to Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn, Ripple's legal team is claiming that the U.S. SEC wants to reopen discovery in the case. The defendants have requested the court's permission to serve non-party subpoenas in order to obtain copies of several video recordings in which the agency's officials made public remarks. Yes, we will talk about that in a second. The video platforms that host the videos in question prohibit users from downloading copies without permission. Hence, Ripple's legal team now has to serve subpoenas in order to be able to download that required content. If the court grants the defendant's request to serve subpoenas to the companies in question, the materials will be, authenticated by the SEC. And then we do see down here, however, that request is not going to fly with the SEC. The plaintiff wants the court to reopen discovery in order to serve its own set of subpoenas that would make it possible to obtain copies of the same recordings in support of its own claims. And of course, down here, the defendants claim that the SEC's demands are improper since the agency did not serve any request for admission during the discovery phase. At the same time, Ripple claims that there is no timeliness issue with its own request since the defendants are not seeking to reopen discovery. And if we look over here, we actually do see Jeremy Hogan yet again commenting on this, and shout out to James K. Fallon as well for the original report on this. What we do see up here, Ripple simply wants to authenticate 7 videos of the SEC employees giving speeches, and the SEC is messing around again with it. The SEC played games in responding originally last year. Authentication is standard stuff in litigation and should not be this difficult. Absolutely not, unless you want to hide things. The SEC, for the longest time, has been trying to hide evidence that could ultimately end this entire case all at once. I've said it time and time again, a lot of the things around the speeches, around the emails, those things are absolutely a killer in regards to this case. And, I think that everyone that's, in the XRP community right now should be in support of, really kind of just on the verge of their seats waiting for this to actually be fully released. And I know that a lot of the, lawyers within the XRP community, shout out to Jeremy Hogan, shout out to James K. Fallon, and even John E. Deaton, have been really kind of fighting back against the SEC. We've also seen, I think it's Oversight. I forgot the name of the agency, but Oversight has also been fighting back against the SEC, and it even looks like Congress might possibly be even fighting against the SEC. This is truly a remarkable time in history. And we do see up here the SEC refused to admit or deny the authenticity of the recorded statements, responding in a conclusory fashion that the information known and currently available is not sufficient for the SEC to respond. And of course, Rule 36 requires more, and nowhere does the SEC state in detail why it cannot truthfully admit or deny the authenticity of the recordings after a responsible or reasonable inquiry. And down here we do see also on, now this is a little bit of a, this is a pretty funny meme, but also on a personal note, I hope that Ripple gets these videos authenticated because 3 of them are of former Commissioner Robert Jackson, and Judge Torres needs to see his videos just for entertainment value. And I actually really want to see these fully released. I want to see, honestly, I would love to see the emails. I would love to see the original, Hinman speech in context as well. And I think that this would be, the next best thing, to be completely honest with you. And I really look forward to this. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.